Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen from around the world? Hope you're doing great. Matt Corvo coming at you live from Montreal, Canada. For those who don't know me, I'm 26 years old and I've been trading for 5 years. I now trade the S&P 500 E-mini futures and I trade order flow. I basically trade with the volume profile levels, Bookmap, and also footprint charts on ATAS. Today we are Wednesday, November 26th. We're not going to trade tomorrow and the day after tomorrow because of the bank holiday and Thanksgiving. And yes, I basically do these videos recording my screen and talking over it as a journaling and also documenting my learning journey with order flow. I'm more or less a year into it and just documenting my journey to consistent profitability with trading and my rags to riches story. All right, so yesterday I had a winning trade and today too. I'm trading with that group called DTI, Diamond Trading Institution from Lambo Raoul. Slowly but surely, I'm getting there. I pay attention, I'm perspicacious to what they're saying in the live trading sessions, and I'm paying attention to the vocabulary. Reclaim of that level, reclaim of that whole swing, break and retest of the delta level, break and retest of a low volume node, break and retest of a low of day, high of day, initial balance. It's been more or less 3 weeks that I'm there. And I'm really paying attention to what they're saying. If I keep trying my absolute best every single day, I show up on time, sooner or later, it's going to work. Sooner or later, I will be able to catch these setups by myself and I'll be able to pass funding challenges. And basically from there, start making 2, 3K a month, 5K a month, 10K a month, and then buy more accounts and eventually be making 10, 30, 50K a month, 100K a month. That is the goal. Financial independence, location independence, having no fucking boss, calling my own shots. So that's why I'm here hustling, grinding, showing up every day, pushing, and I'm now doing those videos to really reflect on today's trades. What can I learn? What are the trades they took? And really going over the order flow basically. So today I'm going to share a different screen on my other computer and I'm just going to use that screen to film myself. Alrighty everybody, so as you can see here is my trading view chart, S&P 500 E-mini futures. Very good, some volume profiles dragged on there, and here is my ATAS chart. ATAS, which is an order flow software. Those are called footprint charts or cluster charts. I have here a volume profile with a delta profile on top of it. And basically you can place some break and retest off of those levels. And if you zoom in, my footprint charts are very sharp. Here I have the delta levels, so it's showing you some delta outliers and a volume distribution of the candle itself. So when you have more volume on top of it, it can mean trapped buyers. More volume at the bottom, it can mean trapped sellers. Those are 24 tick or range bar candles. And supposedly it removes a lot of the noise. So the real order flow traders, they don't really look at the action that is happening on a time frame basis, but more on a range basis. And here very simply I have the delta and I like to compare those numbers, volume. I like to compare the final delta to what the max and the minimum delta were in a candle. So maybe I would like to take you to TradeZilla first of all. All right, so still, as you can see, very mediocre results, very average. Okay, for a whole month, been back testing, forward testing strategies, setups, playbooks, and a whole lot of testing for the month of October and November. Just trying to find an edge, just investing in more courses, trying to acquire more knowledge, and yeah, those are the results. So the only good news is that I'm not losing money, but I'm definitely here to make money and millions of dollars, massive wealth and abundance. And yeah, those results are not reflecting it. But that's why I'm here persevering, pushing through. I want to take you to Notebook and to my pre-market game plan, which is a good 15-20 minutes I take before the lesson starts, just to get myself ready. I look at a bunch of things. So today we didn't have news, or we had news at 8:30. And then I identified that the market was compressed. And then I look at the daily, and very interestingly, I said, wow, the market has been bullish for 3 days. 1, 2, 3. So this is interesting, honestly. Would you say we are bearish? And this is a big uptrend here for months. You know, it's been going up and up and up. So would you say we are bullish or bearish or bullish, right? So it's very, very complicated. I mean, we broke this low, but we're still not confirmed bearish because you would need at least 2 swings to confirm that, because otherwise it can only be a liquidity grab. But you can say, man, we've been bearish for since the beginning of the month, more or less. Okay. So it's very hard to determine what's the bias on the daily time frame. So that's why, and especially that I'm scalping and catching very small moves, I think it's totally irrelevant. I just like to pay attention to the trend. So let's continue here on the 4-hour. Price is creating higher highs and higher lows with very small pullbacks. And I said after taking that, we really could go down. Okay, nothing on the M15. I said from the volume profile perspective, price is really bullish because we're really maintaining ourselves above the previous day value area high, which I'm now dragging at different times, as you can see, from 6 to 6, which is the whole session, the whole day. And also here, prices, if you start this volume profile from 6 p.m., price is really maintaining itself above the value area low here. So price was very bullish from that perspective. Okay, so that's over. So today the guys, nobody caught that sell from here, right? So here is here, as you can see. So first of all, I would like to break down this trade because this one I took and I held it to more or less, I believe somewhere here. I'm not sure that's where I got in. I got in at the 28. But this trade is pretty easy for me to explain. It's pretty straightforward, but those trades were more complicated. I'm going to try to see how I will explain it to you guys. But here basically was simply a break and retest of the high of day here. That was our swing high. Very simple. Price broke above it. And as you can see, right after we tested the level, and that's what we're going to go see right now on the footprint charts at 11:02. So right here we took it and it looks a little bit different, but I just want to have a look. So you can see price went through and it came right back. All right, so right when price got broken through, you can see a lot of volume, and also the deltas are the same. The max delta and the final delta are the same. And as you can see here, the buyers immediately showed up. And what you want to see after is once you have a level where the buyers show up, as you can see here, the delta outliers here more or less at 68.25, you want to see if they're able to hold this level, this 68.25. And as you can see, the sellers tried to push it down, but they were unable to push price under it. And price really held above it. That could have been your trigger to enter on the trade here at around 24.25. And yeah, I got in a little bit late. And what could you have targeted? I mean, there were many levels on Bookmap you could have targeted because they act somehow as magnets. But yeah, it's been choppy the whole PM session. But I remember getting out somewhere here. So that trade was pretty straightforward. But basically what those guys are trading is, you see this delta bar here, if somehow price breaks it to the upside, you can try to get on a re-entry. So maybe this trade here, you see it, 68.10, did somebody try to get in here? Yeah. So I think I understand this trade here. You see this big delta outlier? Price breaks above it and you're waiting for a retest, and it was lining up also with a volume node. And let's drag the, oh yeah, that is something I will have to figure out with ATAS, is how can I move my volume profile the way I want to. Just like drag it as much as I want, because I don't see how. You know, it takes a period of adaptation to get used to your order flow software. But here I think it's pretty straightforward. Let's just look at what happened here. Price broke it to the upside and you're expecting a touch again. So here is here, okay guys? Okay, so as you can see, it's a little bit more messy. Lots of numbers, lots of digits. The sellers are very strong if you're looking at the deltas here, and you are basically monitoring if they're going to have a follow through, if their efforts are going to get compensated. Here you can see it's slowing down a lot, but you have a big wick to the upside indicating sell pressure. But the buyers are showed up, and it went all the way from minus 118 to 369. And basically you're on your hands, you're sitting on your hands, and you want to see what's going to happen after. Now you see this one. Now if you look at the final delta, is a lot more similar. It's a lot more similar to the max delta than to the min delta. So you could say it went all the way from minus 310 to 243, left some trap sellers at the bottom, and some big numbers here, 110, 140, okay, 1K here, a lot of volume in the middle. And basically you want to see if price is going to be able to hold above this, somehow this level here, or even here. And this is exactly what happens, boom. So you could have gotten in here at 68.15 more or less. Yeah, those guys got in quick. I think they got in here. I do think they got in here. And then they were trailing their stop losses, and they got hit at break even. That could have been possible. Now, one thing I'm noticing is that they like to talk a lot where you put your stop loss is an invalidation point. And that's basically where the move was initiated. This whole up move was initiated. So you could argue it was basically the swing. So here or here. So if they break under this level, our trade idea is not valid anymore, etc. Now here, as you can see, was a delta outlier. And where did price come back? Right here. Right. So very interesting. Price came back here again. Now it's hard to say what this was created after price came here, probably, right? Now I'm trying to figure out how they entered here. They tried entering here. It was somehow a break and retest of a delta. And they're monitoring a lot, is price holding under or below VWAP. So you see those big buy levels, right? Those big delta outliers. Price comes above, comes under, price comes above, and you basically want to play a break and retest of those big trades indicator. You're playing that level. And maybe they got in. Maybe what happened is that they saw that level completely failing, trap sellers, but then it went down a little bit, but then it's failing to really have a candle that pops here and really stays under. So maybe that would have been their entry here if I would really try to be perspicacious. Yeah, it's impossible to see on a candlestick, but there was an entry here. What do you target? Target this, right? So slowly but surely, after just 3 weeks, I'm really starting to get it, starting to understand. And I'm not gonna lie here, those guys are somehow fucking annoying. They're fucking childish. They're talking about playing Minecraft and some asinine dork bullshit. I'm there, I just want to make money, get funded, become consistently profitable, but those guys have been profitable for a long time. They've been making money with trading for a long time, and they're just bored. They're always trading the same setups. For them, it's crystal clear. It's pretty easy. They know what the fuck they're doing. They got experience. They're bored and they just want to talk about their personal lives, and fucking, they just want to mess around and joke and ha ha ha, we're gonna play Minecraft, ha ha, I'm playing with my little gay widget, ha ha ha, I went to eat that pasta, ha ha ha, I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I just want to make money. Tell me, what was the fucking trade idea? Why'd you get in there? And they just tell you in one sentence, oh, it was a delta, break and retest. And you're stuck there listening to their fucking asinine bullshit. They're boring, I don't know, they're talking about, they're just having some small talk between themselves. It is somehow very annoying to endure. But yeah. So that's me trying to be perspicacious. Here, you could have argued, you see this level here, it plays somehow as a break and retest Oh yeah, but I did break it down here. I did break it down. Here I just wonder how somebody could have entered, but it didn't take any level. That's the thing. Nor did it take an imbalance, I believe. I mean, there was this imbalance that got taken out, but price reversed so much later. Crazy. I don't know why it reversed here. I don't know, but this is your typical cash open manipulation, and then it goes the other way. And if you look here, price the whole fucking week, price for like literally a month has been doing a similar setups. Cash open, it drops, and then it goes up. Let me try to go here on YouTube. All right, so I'm telling you, motherfuckers, one day this channel will have 1 million subs. I'm gonna change everything. Of course, I just want to publish those videos, but look at the move. It goes down and then goes up. 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 Same thing here. Goes down and goes up. Here. Goes down and goes up. Crazy, huh? Very crazy. You know, my vision long term is this channel is gonna be forever. But those are gonna be like the first videos before he was famous. But you see this crazy shit, no views, no views. It's like those old videos from Andrew Tate you can find from 2015, that kind of stuff. It's gonna be those freaking videos. I'm gonna change everything. It's gonna be a badass YouTube channel. It's gonna be like a mix. It's going to have the cinematography and the cinematic image to it as Life of Riza, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But it's obviously not gonna be that gay shit. But it's gonna be similar like to Gax, or I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be very cinematic. It's gonna be very cool, like that. But it's gonna be like Life of a fucking Traitor, like FX Alex G. Who the fuck is that motherfucker? I don't give a fuck. Why is he dressed like shit? It's gonna be like FX Alex G, but more like Central Europe, Germany, the Alps, with girls and everything gothic, living in a gothic castle with Lamborghinis and Ferraris and fucking Bugattis. But yeah. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. So tomorrow there's not going to be any trading because it's going to be Thanksgiving and a bank holiday, which sucks because I want to trade every motherfucking single day and keep moving forward, keep advancing, keep progressing. But tomorrow is going to be a day for studying. And basically, guys, that's it. It was Wednesday, November 26th, 2025. And yeah, this is another day in my journey to becoming not only a consistently profitable trader, but a multi-millionaire with trading. I want to make between at least 10 million to 100 million with trading. And once I'm at 100 million, I fucking guarantee you, I'll try to figure out a way how to double that money, and then how to double it again, and how to double it again. I'll find a fucking way if I need to. I will fucking start a hedge fund, fucking trading firm, investing firm. I'll find a fucking way how to multiply my money once I'm there. I'm here for fucking abundance. I'm here for prosperity, for glory. I'm here for the 3 Gs. Fucking girls, gold, and glory. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's basically it. It was a pleasure to see you, and see you at the top.